What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Subliminal Escapes. My name is Steven Stangolini. We appreciate you being here. Sorry for the shaky camera. I am walking with my iPhone right now instead of a GoPro. We are live at Bonelli Bluffs Campground in San Dimas, California, not far from Chino. On a morning walk right now. Figured I'd keep in touch with you guys and let you know about this lifestyle that is RVing. First of all, places like this are literally a home away from home. And I tell you, when you bring your trailer to a place like this and you set up for the night, you don't have to worry about things you might worry about when it comes to a hotel. Parking, safety, yada, yada, yada. Places like this, man, it's quite a nice community, so to say, where people kind of look out for one another. That's not to say you're not going to have any issues, but for the most part, when we bring our trailer to places like this, it's to set up as a base camp while we visit the surrounding area. That's a beautiful class Super C behind me there. That's a sick rig. So the reason we enjoy doing this, number one, is we're able to bring the dogs with us, which is huge. We don't have to get a dog sitter. We don't have to have a house sitter. And if we decide to go out and we decide to get a bite to eat or visit friends, then we just turn on the air conditioners or open up all the windows, and the dogs are just like they are at home. They're on their little dog beds. They're sound asleep. They're enjoying themselves. When you come to places like this, it's just, there's a sense of beauty, you know? I always look for a campground where there's something to offer. Hey, check this out, guys. Walk over here, this campsite, and show you what it is we're looking at. If you have an RV, the sites here, I want to say, are from 25 feet up to 60 feet. I usually opt for this as big as I can get. Let me turn around here and show you this view. Little beautiful Pudding Stone Lake there. Raging Waters, I think, is on the other side. We're not far from Los Angeles. We're not far from Chino. And then even behind me over here, there are some spaces back up over on the top of my left shoulder there. They're pretty nice. I'm gonna keep walking. Okay, so a couple things. Is there wildlife here? Yes, there's wildlife here. Coyotes, foxes, raccoons, skunks, deer. You just gotta be mindful, man. You gotta watch out for, like, we have chihuahuas, right? So you don't want to leave them off leash at all, which now most campgrounds will say, hey, we have a leash policy. If we're letting them out briefly, you know, use your best judgment. I think it's a dangerous game to play if they're not on a leash and a car comes driving by and they're running out in the road, or an animal, because there are coyotes here and they will mess up your little pets. Right here we have an RV detail specialist. This is kind of cool. Now, for me, I normally have someone come out to my house and do it, but this is nice. I may have to hit that dude up when I'm down here, just because of the convenience aspect. But you see, like, things like that. There's amenities like that when you come to campgrounds. Someone will come out, wash your RV if you need it washed. People riding scooters. People camping and enjoying themselves. It's a really nice lifestyle, I tell you. And sorry guys, I keep switching my hands around. Try not to block the camera. There's areas at campgrounds such as this where you throw your trash, and every campsite has typically a trash bin in front of it. So just figured I'd give you a quick shout out, guys, and let you know in part of the video series on subliminal escapes regarding the RV lifestyle. What does it mean? What does it mean to RV? A lot of people picture like a rundown trailer park where people may not look up to your expectations. They may not look friendly. It may not look safe. It may not look clean, but look behind me as where I'm walking. You know, you got Class A diesel pushers behind me, nice motorhomes, space for all of them, trees. Yeah, there's a pool behind me over here. I mean, you don't really get a lot of riffraff. That doesn't mean at night I don't lock up my bike or our e-bikes. I absolutely do. But for the most part, it's a wonderful morning. It's a beautiful rig. It's one of those things where use your best judgment. But for us, I got to tell you, anybody looking to get into this lifestyle, absolutely do it. There's no reason not to. Hello again. That's such a gorgeous rig. It's one of those things where if you have a family, you have kids, you have pets, there's so much joy that can be had from this kind of lifestyle. This is a pretty sick rig here behind me. Momentum G-Class fifth wheel. I've always been a big fan of those. Grand design. Anyway, if you get into this hobby and you have a family, you got kids, it's a great way to get away. Kids can ride around here. There's parks, playgrounds right behind me. Most of them are on e-bikes in the afternoon. Now, one thing that's interesting is people do full-time here. People, what that means is they live full-time in their RV. So I'm gonna walk this way. Oh man, sorry guys. Keep switching hands because I don't have my selfie stick for my GoPro. But people full-time here, meaning they'll live here 1, 2, 3, 4 months at a time, probably at a reduced rate, which isn't bad. If they're good tenants to the property doesn't care. So as long as they don't violate any of the rules, you know, such as rules for parking, number of people on the site. This is the center of the park. Behind me is the visitor center. You can go in, make reservations, amend your reservation. There's a shop. This is one way to get to one of the loops. There's 4 loops here. Where I just came from back here is another loop. Down here is laundry and bathrooms and our campsite. And then even further down the hill, there are more campsites. I'm gonna start walking towards our campsite. Yeah, there are people who full-time here, guys, and you'll know their rigs because they'll either put up a deck that leads to the doorway. They'll put a lot of potted plants outside, maybe like wind chimes and whatnot, where it looks like it's a more permanent situation, when in fact it isn't. It's just they're able to rent for a month or 2 or 3, whatever the max extended stay is. I'm sure some of these places do have, here, I'll show you my rig. That's us right back there. I'm sure some of these places do have extended stay beyond a year, which if you think about it is way cheaper than renting. But then of course you have to deal with all the negative aspects of RV ownership. But it's something we've pondered for a long time. We've thought about full-timing. We've thought about not living in a house anymore and just living in this, because this is actually the way to do it. This is our campsite. I'm currently under our awning. We have a patio back here for the dogs and for us to go chill in the afternoon. It allows them to come outside. Walter, Skylar, they'll come popping out. Walter, Skylar, Tokyo. There you go. So they can come outside and I don't have to worry about little critters hurting them, such as raccoons or skunks or coyotes. But this is it, guys. This is what this lifestyle is about. We're on vacation currently, late 2025, Bonelli Bluffs Campground, Southern California. My name is Steven Singolini. You've been watching Subliminal Escapes. There's more on this topic to come. Stick around.